All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tail of the tape. It's Manny Pacquiao. He stands 106. It's the King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Some of the fastest hands in all of boxing.
The height, how is that going to... He's going to need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Fighting out of the blue corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The perfect counter lands. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Misses with the straight left. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout.
Here we go. It's round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he misses with that jab. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Catch and shoot. His stamina is off the charts. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be... And there's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try.
And down goes Pacquiao. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me your ball.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing the round.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punching. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Incredible work rate. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big...
Shots off.
On to the 4th we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Beautiful counter punch. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. Perfect counter shot. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. counterpunch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round.
Completely switched off. Get your mind back on the top.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up. Just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he just misses with that jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? That counter punch caught him clean. That jab doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You can't...
That's going to be a tough...
There's the bell for round 6. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They exchange punches. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight. Oh my God, Johnny! Pacquiao is rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you. Hold that thought! Is Pacquiao going to go down after that shot? I don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Now you start wondering how much...
Did all that work in camp?
Round 7, here we go. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He blocks the right uppercut. Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill.
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, Pacquiao. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Nice count. Pacquiao there got clipped clean. Let's talk about Manny.
What do you do?
And we enter the 8th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Beautiful counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not good body language here from Manny Pacquiao. I can't believe it. They are giving up. And that will do it. This... Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. It's the pack. It's the pack.
This bout.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You couldn't buy a seat in this place.
All right.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. He misses with that straight left. No defense for that hook. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
No defense for that hook. They both want a highlight reel knockout. The perfect counter lands. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What would you tell this guy?
Don't make mistakes.
Here we go. It's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Scores with the counter. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee, just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave it.
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, Pacquiao is seeing stars after that one. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you... And man, he goes down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove. And down he goes.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles here.
Oh my God, Johnny! Is Pacquiao going to go down after that shot? We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all right?
The corner has
Big.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Misses with the straight left. Might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here. replay, we get to see it again.
Even I'm gonna see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You still want to fight?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
They have no respect for each other's punching power. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.